The iconic shot of Skyrim from the PS3 and the Xbox 360 era. Kind of a lazy beginning, you could say. 5 minutes of like complete and utter boredom. Just some random prisoners being taken. Well, not random. There are some important people here. One in person, and more important than the rest. And you're being taken to your death. It's iconic because it sets up a kind of avenue of openness after an initial tutorial, getting through the cave and all, which does not take long at all, whoever you decide to follow, because you get two choices. And to be honest, I've done both of them, and I would just say do whatever, you're first playing it, you're not really thinking about what faction to join because you don't know who's good, the Imperials or the Stormcloaks. I almost said Stormtroopers. What's weird is you could say a game like the new game Crimson Desert gives you more options and more to do in a bigger world. This world itself is only about 14, 15 miles, and a lot of that is mountains that you can't even get up and cross over. So there's more things that are linear in this game and a lot of blocked paths. And hey, buddy, you're not going to end well. And it I don't know how quite big that game is. It sounds like it's about 40 or 50 miles wide, as is Witcher 3, which is set up in regions. But when you combine all the regions, it's massive. And then when you hit the DLC, one of the DLCs, it's an entirely new region that's also maybe the size of Skyrim here, and it could take you upwards of 20 hours to finish the entire campaign. I mean, I've never finished it, to be honest, but Skyrim has that. It's like they still had good writers and a good production team and a good artist, and everything clicked. And they made it a little more RPG friendly, I would say, because I never played an RPG in my life. I was one of those guys who picked this up in my 30s, I'd play games growing up. I started with basics. I started with Space Invader. I started with Pong. Yeah, that's how because I'm almost 60, so I've seen the evolution and the revolution of gaming. There's just something special about. Wow. So when it auto saved there, it actually stuttered. That's interesting. Huh. Since most people, since most times you can get an auto save, might be a good idea to put your save on longer duration, or unless that's just a normal thing. I love watching this guy. He's like, no, no, you can't kill me. Down you go. I love it. And who are you? I've done it so many times. Sometimes Nord or usually I just go with a standard Nord, but just for the heck of it, we're gonna go with uh, I don't even know Dark Elf. I guess. Okay. Prisoner. Yeah, sure. We'll just. I'm doing this as we speak, and I don't really want to go into it. I got a 30-hour playthrough going. I've already beaten the uh, Dawn Guard quest, which I find incredibly boring now. And now that I've played it so many times, it's literally 10 hours long. And it just seemed to go on and on. And I think when I play through this game again in the future, I'm just going to let the vampires run wild and I'm not going to do that quest. You know, I'm just not going to do it. And we'll see how the vampires just take over. But these are just some rambling thoughts. And because, you know, with Sony announcing that we as gamers don't matter anymore, and we as gamers are stupid, and we as gamers don't like physical media anymore. Oh, by the way, I bought about 10 games in the last. I started when I got a new job 3 months ago, and now with and then the Sony thing happened about no disc after January 2028. That's when I even went back and double dipped and bought an Xbox 360 version of Dragon's Age Origins because I have an old PS3, but I have a generic controller because my controller stopped working and it just broke. And those are so expensive, and they're all. So I bought a generic slashy bashy head move there. Pretty gory, but I think there would be more blood actually. Anyway, so I don't really trust that controller. So I decided, I've got all the Elder Scrolls games now, and now Dragon Age Origins. All of those RPGs are on. I have, like Fallout 3 and all that. I have like Game of the Year editions of that stuff, and I have those on the Xbox. And I'm probably going to just I've actually just ordered, and it should be in my mail in about 2 days. Rechargeable batteries. I never understood why, you know, they went. Xbox went the way of the batteries for the controller. It's very strange, but they did. And to be honest, I put out one video about my complete horror about that. I've also just recently, since Sam Neill passed away, the actor, I decided to go and I bought Event Horizon, Dead Calm, and Mouth of Madness, the John Carpenter movie that a lot of people are forgotten about, and they even forget that John Carpenter made that film. I actually rewatched it recently on like a streaming service. It it's a little hokey because with one of the first scenes, it has I think Sam Neill's character talking about a woman's butt, and it just it feels very dated. I'm not like a woke person or anything like. I'm not into wokeness, but it seemed like, wait a minute, you don't even know this woman, and you're just treating her like garbage. And then I was like, oh God, I've become woke. But that did not age well. It's like all the people smoking. That has not aged well either. There's a guy, I watched the first 30 minutes of Event Horizon tonight, and there's a guy on the spacecraft smoking a cigarette. It, I don't even know what to say. Isn't that like dangerous? Isn't that like could blow up the whole spacecraft? And he was like this very brash, young astronaut. One thing I noticed, Sam Neill is great in it, by the way. Although I think he's just needing a paycheck. He's great in it as a scientist who helped build the Event Horizon, and that's the whole story point. They're going to find this missing ship that actually has turned up, and they want to see what happened to it, and they're going to investigate, which is kind of flaky, but whatever. Well, all the other characters are horrible. When they get out of their cryo chambers, this one guy makes a sexual comment to this blonde girl. It's so graphic and disgusting. You just now that 20 years have gone by, that has aged terribly. I know I was talking about Skyrim. I'm sorry. It's just that I was just watching Event Horizon. It's just funny when you watch older movies and you realize, ooh, that isn't aged well. But smoking on a spacecraft had to be the top horrible thing I've ever seen. Really stupid looking. But anyway, Skyrim just has a what is it? I'm 59 and I have a friend at work. I've just made friends with him. The past 3 months. Um, he's a gamer also. He's a gamer and he likes heavy metal. I like heavy metal and all that and gaming, and he does too. So we have a lot to talk about. And and I said, I don't know what it is. I told him the other day, I keep going back to Skyrim. And he just said it. It's fun. It's a fun game. He was like, now that I'm older, he said, I don't have good eye and hand coordination, so I just knock it down on easy and just kind of go through the game. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I don't play it on easy. I was playing it right above normal, but I think now I might just drop it down to normal and and then just be able to have a little more fun with the game. I mean, I've already beaten the Dark Souls games, all of them, even Bloodborne. But to be honest, I can't really do that anymore. I'm just not that good. I bought the new Demon Souls for the PS5, and to be honest, I'm kind of stuck where I'm at, and I've just gotten really horrible at the game, the remastered one. I even went back and tried. I can you can you can do some tricks and cheats with the PS3 version, you know, but I hate doing that. But I'm just not very. I was really good at Dark Souls in my 40s, but now in my 50s, almost 60, nah, it's not happening. I love the game though. I think Dark Souls, the first one, Dark Souls, is one of the greatest games of all time. It's just too difficult at a certain point in your life. But with Skyrim, you just even though the world is so much smaller than say The Witcher 3, and The Witcher 3 is I'd almost consider it the greatest RPG ever made, but I seem to go back to Skyrim way more. Like right now, I've been playing it for about 6 months, along with all other games. You might think 30 hours isn't a lot. It has, but I work a full time job, and I work a second shift job, so I get off. It's kind of late, and when it's dark, your body literally just wants to like eat something, jump in the shower, and kind of just. So I haven't been really doing a lot of gaming. I've been buying a lot of games. I bought um, all the Metro games. I bought all those. Bought Crimson Desert. Bought Metal Gear Solid, the remaster or no remake, and a lot of those. Um, Bought Cyberpunk. Um, Probably put more time into. And then Dragon's Dogma 2. But I noticed, excuse me, I'm yawning. I'm putting myself to sleep. But I've just noticed that for some reason, I just sometimes before work, I'll just, since I don't have to be to work till 1:30 in the afternoon, if I wake up at, say, 10, I'll just like put in Skyrim and just randomly play, you know. Uh, yep, there you go. That was my last save there, 35 hours. Um, I think it's a game that will live on, through 20 years from now, people will still be playing Skyrim and they'll be playing Oblivion. Probably not the remaster. I would have bought it by now, but most of on the disc is only the first part in the sewers. That's what I've heard and read. It's just, and the rest of the game is downloaded, and it's so buggy and Bethesda has not fixed any of those bugs, and it's been at this point out for what two? This is 2026. Hasn't it been out for 2 years or a year and a half? So I really want to replay it. I want to play that version. If I see it somewhere like at a thrift store for like $12, I'll probably buy it. But I'm reluctant to buy it because most of the game is you have to download it, and you're getting into that weird realm of everything being digital, which I hate. Well, that's all I really have to say. And I'm just saying the Skyrim is still kind of a magical game. It's easy, even if you don't know about RPGs and you've never played Oblivion or you've never done that. You've and I played this game before I played Oblivion, and I've even played some Morrowind. That's kind of a hard one. It's kind of a little bit rough around the edges, and I'm not even playing the special edition with the DLCs and some of the newer content. So I kind of feel like I need that. What does that guy do? What was he looking at? He looked straight. Oh, there's fire up there, and he was like, that was weird. What is he doing? Stop touching his leg. Stop it. What's going on out here? Let's see. Never looked in here. Let's see. Oh well. Can you go back outside? I never tried that. Oh, look at that texture. PS5, buddy. PS5 doing what it can do. Nothing. Because I don't have a PS5 Pro. So, like Crimson Desert, the reason I'm not playing it is because it looks like a PS3 game on my PS5. It's one of the worst looking games that I've ever bought for the PS5. And I love it. I've put in well over 20 hours in the Crimson Desert, but God, that person is really, oh, I think it's a girl. She's all shaking. Why does he keep, stop touching her arm, you perv? And that guy's like, what's up, man? Is there, do I need to go? What am I doing? But I love this game. It's so great once you get past like the first 2 hours. And then it's like my friend at work said, he said, I never follow the main quest. He said, I join the Dark Brotherhood or I do other things and just go. And all of a sudden I've spent 30 hours and I haven't even touched the main quest. And that's what's cool about this game. The first time I beat it, like the main story, I played it for a year solid. And I was lost in the side quests and all, and I didn't even. What do you keep? You're really obsessed with that up there. I thought you were more obsessed with her because you keep going. Or is it a dude? Anyway, I guess it is a guy, but he just looked like he had little arms. No, okay, there you go. There's the woman. Stop touching her. Stop it. Stop. Uh, jump on you, you bastard. But yeah, you can always come back to Skyrim on a rainy Sunday afternoon. We'll see you folks later. And oh, they actually wait for you to go up there. Wow, it's actually hurting me. Stupid crap head. Even though I hate the control scheme in this, triangle being jump, I still remember it. I don't even need to be prompted. I'm playing on the PS or PlayStation system. Let's see what we can do here. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hey. What was that guy doing? He was like standing there like an idiot. And remember, you can come back to this. I think this is, what is it called? Helgen or something like that? Yeah. You can come back here. Whoa. What was that? I'm glad I got that caught on film. Man, that guy, he was just like in the air. Like the dragon had picked him up. I've never seen that before. See, this game just has all sorts of neat things that happen. Never been over here. And luckily, they give you two choices at the beginning of the game. You know, to go with him or with the other dude. I guess if you ran around enough, you'd probably get hit by the dragon. See, and I can definitely tell this is 60 FPS. It's just there's some textures like those rocks get a little murky looking. Yeah, a little bit crappy. Look at that. It's like a PS2 game. Like the bucket head looks good, but the bottom part looks crappy. Those wiggly wees look 60 FPS. Huh. All right. We'll see y'all guys later. Have fun. Have a great rest of summer. And, you know, be careful out there. And just remember there's people that do care. And I'm one of them. I am one of them. There you go. Come on. Never seen that animation before. Wow. See ya later.